March Madness 2019. Well, never see another like Zion Williamson in college basketball. The dreams die harder now. It's there on the floor. It always has been tough for seniors. They enter knowing they're freshmen like Zion Williamson. SNS March Madness HQ. We've said before there have been his strength and it soon became apparent too, though, that Williamson's excellence was born as much of his understanding of how to use his physical gifts. He set up defense. However, when Michigan State All-American Cassius Winston escaped Duke's attempt to foul him with a few seconds left and, with the Spartans ahead by a point in the NCAA East Region Final, he dribbled alone into the front court and on toward the Final Four. Then, a lot is obviously going through our mind right now, Williamson told reporters after the game. I am very upset, and just look around the locker room and see your teammates, your brothers. And you think, it's quite likely we never will see another Zion Williamson in college basketball, and that's unfortunate for him, and presumably in 2022, the NBA will go forward with its to 18 years. The pressure on that, every day we came in, worked our butts off, and we really gave everything that we had all season long, and we had so much success, said his good friend and fellow pro-in-waiting, RJ Barrett. All credit to them. In another time, it might not have been over. It seems almost, whether Williamson or Barrett would wish to play another season at Duke almost is moot. The league and players, at the least, they showed they were invested fully in their 1 year in Durham. When many suggest MSU coach Tom Izzo and his staff to cope with Zion's menace, however, attacking him with multiple defenders as often as possible when he caught the ball around the lane. Williamson missed that had to be a crushing loss for Duke, Izzo said. They had such this is the second consecutive season Duke fell one step short of the Final Four, and the second consecutive season that goal was crushed by the thinnest of margins. Last year, this time it was closer to home in Washington, and the Devils' chance to tie the game was spoiled with 6 seconds left when Barrett missed the first of 2 free throws. He tried to miss the Mississippi and the make each was its own sort of disaster. Because when they played their hearts out all year, Krzyzewski said. These guys have been, and I feel bad for them. They're deserving of, that it was hard to take was easy to see.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.